Hey everyone, this is Ho Ho Hong Kong. But before we begin, we just wanted to acknowledge the tough time that Hong Kong's going through now, especially the last few days because of the Wong Fuk Court fires. And if you haven't heard of it, then well done on staying away from the news. But if you have, then you also know that this is a time that has really shaken the whole of Hong Kong to the point that you can see that whole mood has changed. And the best thing, though, I must say, is that seeing everyone come together, that always just, makes me love Hong Kong even more, where you realize when tragic times happen, people are more than willing to come out and say, what can I do? What can I do? What more can I do? How can I support? And it's moments like these that makes me go, this is why I love calling this place my home. And I must say, I'm very grateful for the fact that my family, friends are safe, but I also feel really bad for a lot of the people who were just surprised by what happened.
Yeah,
and especially
we have quite, as at the time of recording, we have more than 147 victims. And
Yeah.
obviously a lot of people aren't accounted for, which means it's quite likely that number will rise.
Yeah.
And it's really difficult to see that, because Hong Kong is known to be very safe.
Yeah.
Very, we sometimes joke that like nothing really happens here in that sense. So it is like I have not seen anything like this during my time here, and it's quite a big shock. So
definitely is, man.
Yeah.
This was such a big shock. I remember I was actually in Singapore at the time, and when I was coming back that morning, I read the news. I was like, "What? Wait, what? What is this?"
yeah.
And you only see a little photo of it on the news, and you're like, "Oh, it's just one or two flats," and you realize, "Wait,
Yeah.
no, this is like one or two blocks that
Yeah.
started the fire." And it's just the last few days have been tough, and I've told everyone, I was like, "Man, whatever." You need to make adjustments. You have any requests, this and that.
Yeah.
I'm happy to support whatever my powers allow me to.
Yeah.
At the same time, I also encourage everyone to realize that, never underestimate what you can do for someone.
Yeah.
And never overestimate thinking that, it's only about the money. That's all. It's never that. It's basically just knowing that, hey, you know what? At the end of the day, we're still here. This is still our home. We might be just a dot on the map, but guess what? We can make the whole world realize.
And the whole world did pay attention. That's actually one of the really positive things that came out of this.
Yeah.
Is like you realize how much support people, like how much people are willing to do
Yeah.
to support when needed. Sometimes we Hong Kongers, we can say among each other even that like people can be a bit selfish and self-absorbed in their own bubble, and things are tough and like they're only working and they don't care for anyone else. But actually this has shown that's not entirely true. When it's really needed, like we talked before the recording, like so many people are trying to help, so many people are giving donations, to the point that the government had to say, hey,
Yeah.
like you guys, we
Slow
have
down, man.
everything, slow down.
Yeah.
You don't need, we have enough volunteers, we have
Yeah.
enough food, we have enough water.
Yeah.
You can obviously donate, and we still encourage you to donate to like the proper channels like Red Cross and the other charities. But that's a really good thing that
Yeah.
people felt the need. Like I have so many friends, our friend Ben Quillen among so many, who would drive their car all the way to Tai Po and drop off supplies.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, hopefully one day they'll even say, stop donating blood. We've got way too much.
yeah.
But anyway, like one thing that we as comedians can do and will be doing
Yeah.
is on the 6th of December, Mo decided to make that show a 100% charity show. And by 100%, he means like every dollar from ticket sales
Yeah.
gets donated to Impact HK,
Yeah.
who basically helps a lot of people who are experiencing homelessness. But at this moment, there are many, many new people experiencing homelessness, and
Yeah.
it'll all be going towards supporting them, whatever their needs are, whatever can be done.
The show will be headlined by you. You'll be closing the show.
Right over, no problem.
You'll be
Yeah.
closing out the show with
Yeah,
a
yeah,
longer
yeah.
set, and you're already booked on the lineup. So basically, we decided, obviously comedy shows, I believe they're always needed, even in tough times. But at the same time, if people are willing to come, why not try to support the cause when the time is right? And I thought the time is right for this one. And we talked to Jeff from Impact, and we're like, hey, we're going to give 100% of tickets. And he was obviously very grateful, and they have done great work. So we're more than happy to support. So please come this Saturday, 6th of December. It's going to be at Base Hall, our regular spot for backstage comedy shows. The show will have Vivek, myself, Maitreya Karanth, a bunch of other comedians. It's going to be a good time, but also every dollar of your ticket is going to go directly to Impact, and I will be posting the final amount and the remittance to impact. So please come to the show. There is a link in the show description, in this episode description. So click on it and hopefully see you on Saturday.
And one last thing is that also at tough times like these, it's really important to remember that life does go on.
Yeah.
That we should make the most of life, and that it's one of those things that it's a good reminder. And I was talking at a school, and I told them, I was like, think of it this way, that the residents of Wong Fu Court, in a weird way, have helped the whole of Hong Kong remember that we are still neighbors to each other.
Yeah.
And that, you know what, we got to continue living and make the best of it. And which is why comic relief, and just realizing that, you know what, when you can laugh, just go laugh. When you can smile, go smile. When you can meet someone, go meet someone.
Yeah.
The most important thing is that you're allowed to enjoy life. I'm not saying you're selfish, but I would say give yourself a moment to realize that the most important thing you can do is that while you're safe and healthy and everything, is to enjoy every moment of it. And that's why we are here to give you this episode of Ho Ho Hong Kong.
So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey everyone, this is Ho Ho Hong Kong with me, Vivek Mobavani.
And Muhammad Magdi.
That's right. I know we're going to switch it up and change it all the way to the other extreme of our tones.
Hell
which
yeah.
is why we're bringing you this episode where we will talk about things that hopefully will make you smile. And if not, if we do a good job, we'll make you laugh as well.
I think will make you laugh a little bit. Also, always I get a bunch of messages over the last couple of weeks about our adventures around the world, and people are like, kind of. I'm always surprised how invested people are. In this kind of stuff. And you know,
if you thought those stories were good,
exactly. Wait for this one where this superstar here is now rubbing shoulders, as they say, with
Jimmy O Yang,
Jimmy
man.
O Yang. Now you're like, are you like buddies?
In a way, yeah. It's really bizarre, man.
That is very strange. So now I guess the bigger picture is that you are now becoming friends with one of the top comics in the world at the moment.
So now I could put it this way: it's like, while you pronounce it as Jimmy O Yang, I pronounce it as Jimmy.
Yeah. So he responds to Jimmy. Just you.
Just for me.
Yeah. No. So you have done. We actually kind of teased it in one of the last episodes, is that and then a couple of days later he announced the Chinese New Year show in Macau.
So, exactly. So apparently the Macau show, I did not know this. I thought it was just him redoing his show again.
Right.
But no, it's actually going to be a variety show.
Right. Why don't we start with that, and then we can go into that.
So Jimmy basically announced that he's going to come back to Macau and do a Chinese New Year show. And it was announced that it's going to be a variety show with many special guests and stuff like that. And he would just say it'll be a fun time. Everyone come together. You know, you'll have singing, you'll have dancing, you'll have comedy, you'll have all this kind of stuff.
Right.
But nothing's announced of who's going to be performing.
Right.
But
Except for you. You are announced. I mean, you are not announced.
I'm not announced.
You
but it's
told
confirmed.
people.
Yeah, exactly. I told people, but I did not confirm it with them. But I confirmed with Macau.
Right.
So that's all locked in as well.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, I'm not really exactly sure what my job is, but I'm guessing
you don't know if you're
stand
the MC of the night.
I don't think I'll be the MC, but like maybe they'll have some games. Yeah, he must be the MC, but like maybe they have some games and stuff like that.
Right, yeah.
So probably he'll have me come out, do some comedy, and like, stay back and pick a card, and that's the game you have to do.
Sure.
So who knows, but it'll be fun time.
Yeah. What are some traditional Chinese New Year games on TV galas like this?
So I do know that people gamble when they go over.
Yeah.
To the house, and they gamble and they have a little fun like that. But I believe what will happen is obviously the traditional Chinese New Year of Lai Si.
Yeah.
And how, like, once they give you the big red packet or before they give it to you, they're like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, say it.
Yeah.
And you have to say all that shit, like, with a smile and put on that,
Of course.
really, like, work it.
Yeah.
It's like literally you're at a strip club, kind of go like, hey, you want some
you
of this?
have to work for your...
And when the guy's like, no, you're like, fuck you, man.
Just give me the goddamn money.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you try everything, for this amount, you get that. For that amount, you get the guy's like, I'll just have to pay for the basic one, which is like the hug. You're like, God damn it, dude.
Yeah.
All that shit, you just want to hug.
Right.
Yeah, so it'll be a bunch of that. I do know that Jimmy did tell me that he'll probably get like some people to sing songs, but not going to be like artists. But
Right.
maybe get like, let's say, aunties and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it'd be quite fun having a bunch of aunties audition and
Right.
maybe sing songs. Again, this is all just ideas that were thrown
Right,
around.
yeah.
But whatever it is, it seems like it's gonna be a fun time, especially with if I know like if Jimmy's behind it, he'll definitely be open to a lot of crazy ideas.
Of course. And it's a bigger venue than the last Macau gig
So
as
if
well.
I'm correct, this should be the big venue which Jackie Chung was doing his show last time. So so Jimmy couldn't book it.
Right.
It'll be more than 2,500 seats. I don't know how
Wow.
big this place is, but
Yeah.
I'm guessing like 10,000. But it'll be a huge kind of hall.
Amazing.
That's mind blowing, man.
Right. So you just came back from opening and touring with him.
Yeah, so
And
this is another wild thing, right? So right now I've done the math together. I opened for him in Hong Kong for 5 shows.
Yeah.
And then I did Macau 4 shows. So that's really 9 shows there.
Yeah.
And I just recently did Kuala Lumpur 2 shows. That's
Yeah.
11. And another 2 in Singapore.
Oh my
So
God,
that's 13
yeah.
shows for opening for Jimmy Ray.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so it's been quite a while.
Wouldn't you guys just like, I feel like as just an observer, it feels like these two people who are like dating but they don't want to commit.
Yeah.
I'm like, just make it official. Just
problem-
have him,
Yeah.
like have him commit
I'm
to
the
you.
official
You're the
opening
official
act, yeah.
opening act. Just go around the world.
See, the problem is this, is that Jimmy always wants to have a threesome. Always has to have like another act as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
So it's
okay.
always- so Jason Leung was also opening as well.
Right, but
which is
Jason,
cool.
that's his territory.
Yeah, Kuala Lumpur,
Malaysia, Kuala
Singapore,
Lumpur.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
So I mean, I guess the good thing is that I was the tried and tested guy.
Right, yeah.
Jason Leung was the highly recommended guy because like
Sure.
also Ronnie Chang recommended him and stuff like that.
Right.
So the 2 of us, which is great. When like I was like, dude, this
And
is
you and
easy.
Jason are obviously
We
good
get along.
friends.
Yeah, we're good
yeah.
friends. We don't get along, but we're very good friends. So I make that very clear to people.
Yeah.
We don't get along, but we're very good
Right.
friends.
Yeah. I mean,
That's it.
you couldn't be more opposite
Oh,
in
dude.
a lot of ways.
Everyone was saying that, like, you guys are so different. I'm like, exactly right. Exactly. That's what, look at the outcomes quite different as well.
Right.
One's skinny, one's fat, you know, all that stuff. Yeah. So, but then the cool thing was that getting to open for his shows, and this time, I'll tell you, the Kuala Lumpur show was, you know, like how when you're the opening act, you kind of know that maybe people will go in their seats and everything.
Sure, sure.
So Kuala Lumpur, what happened is that the venue is a 5,000 seat, 4,000 seat venue, right? And the problem is parking there is very bad.
Right.
So the people
Kuala
get-
Lumpur in general, like
general,
obviously
yeah,
for a big,
traffic and everything, yeah.
big show and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It will take a while. Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently, because like that mall wasn't designed to have like 4,000 people come at the same time, so therefore parking was getting congested. People were stuck. So we started the show like 15 minutes late.
Okay.
All right. However, we have another show after that. So it's
Ooh.
5 p.m. and
Oh wait, it's also Jimmy, the other
Also
show.
Jimmy,
So you
yeah,
can
yeah.
still delay the other show because the same artist.
Not really, because like, you got to like change
course.
people, this
Yeah,
and that,
yeah.
you know, and you don't want to cause other people to get late and they get pissed
Sure.
off. So here we are running late. So I
Okay.
was supposed to do 15, Jason's supposed to do 15, and we cut to 10 minutes only.
Yeah.
And at 5:15, I go out there and I'm starting the show, right? So I
Right.
usually
So you're going out cold, basically.
yeah, cold, yeah.
It's like, please welcome, just like
Yeah.
someone.
So
Is it
Jay-
Jamie bringing you up?
Jason
bringing you
will,
up.
He'll do a little bit, turn your phones off,
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
are you ready for the sun to come? Yeah, all
Sure.
that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So he gets
But
me
you're
out.
still going up cold.
Yeah, pretty much cold. And the crazy thing is, I go out there. I didn't even peek into the audience before going up. I'm like, yeah, I'll be an audience. I get it.
But you
know?
did sound check. Like you're
Sound
familiar
check.
with
I knew what the
venue.
room looks like.
Yeah.
But I didn't peek right before going on.
Sure.
So if you remember when I was in Hong Kong, I'd go out there and like raise my hands up, like,
Yeah.
doing all that
Yeah.
stuff.
And the stage was really big as well,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Coliseum. So you're
I
like,
could take my time
Yeah,
walking.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I go out there. I'm like, yeah, right with the well, buddy. I go out. And I pop out. I'm
Yeah.
And look, dude, half the room's empty.
oh,
Half the room's still
oh
empty.
wow.
People are
and people
still
are like still getting seated.
getting their
so and
seats.
there, here's this guy like, and also they don't really know you. You're not really known.
that crowd, no,
yeah,
they don't really
exactly.
know me.
So
Yeah.
you're now like this
They're like,
random
okay,
guy,
you know, whatever.
and they're still getting seated, and you're like, whoa,
Yeah,
and it's
come
like
on.
5 p.m.
Yeah.
and you're like still finding the
Yeah,
pairing.
they're already they were late for the
Yeah,
parking, this and that, and
Yeah.
then the back of the room lights were still on. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like two floors, right?
Right.
The top floor was still lit up, and I'm like, all right, let's do this, right?
Yeah.
So I'm over there. I do my whole thing. I go and start my stuff out. I did start pretty well and everything,
Right.
But I was just like loving that moment. And I tell you, I was saying this to Jason and Jimmy as well. I was like, that moment to me was for anyone who ever or has ever come up to me like, oh man, you over Jimmy, or look at
Right.
you get to do all the fun stuff. I'm
Right.
like, come here.
Yeah.
Come here. And I want you to look at this room right now.
Right.
Half the room is still walking around. Lights are still on. Go and make them last
You
for
need
10
to
minutes.
control. Yeah, exactly.
You know,
yeah,
and you
yeah.
have to power through all that stuff and
course.
have enough strength to be like, that's right. I'm going to talk right now.
Right.
So that moment, I did my 10 minutes. Everything was good.
Yeah, and you feel like by the end of the set, like everyone
Oh,
settled down.
oh,
and
for
like,
sure.
You got their attention.
Oh,
yeah.
85% of the room is all set. They turned the
Amazing.
lights off and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Like halfway through my set, they
Did
turned
you
the lights.
acknowledge? Yeah, did you acknowledge the lights off? Like
Not
kind of
really,
like-
because the
yeah.
lights were at the back of the room-ish, so
All
it's
right.
kind
So
of
the
weird.
front
when,
people
I
wouldn't
couldn't really
even
say-
know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
so I was
yeah.
like, I didn't want to. Oh, well, I guess we're now going to start the show.
Sure,
you know?
sure,
I don't
sure.
want- and I knew that my job was just to kill the time.
Of course.
For the people who are here on time,
Yeah.
entertain them. People
Yeah.
who are getting the seats, don't bother them.
Sure.
So I was very aware. I mean, this was what I learned from when I watched Ruben Paul open for Russell Peters at the Asia World Expo. Remember?
Right. Yes,
and,
yes.
And just watching him like eat shit for 10 minutes or
Yeah.
15 minutes on stage
Yeah.
while we're still finding our seats, I'm like, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's the
Right?
job.
Yeah,
You're
and I-
doing a job, and your job is not.
Yeah.
You're not the guy in the
You're not
poster.
the guy, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin Hart had the same thing. He won a competition, was allowed to open for Kings of Comedy.
Yeah.
Thought it's going to be the biggest deal ever. everything. People are still walking in the seats. Got
Right.
pushed out and say, go, start. It's like,
Yeah.
okay. Goes
Yeah.
out there and just dies.
Yeah.
He was excited. He has a girlfriend, everybody with him, and he was like, oh, okay, well that sucked.
Yeah.
And I remember reading that. I'm like, okay, I guess that's the game.
That's
you know?
the game. Yeah.
So when I did that, I'm like, all right, that's the game. I did that. I must say I didn't like die or anything.
Right.
But I was like, all right.
It was tougher
it was
than
tough.
what it would be.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
If like everything was set and
Yeah.
everyone was like the Hong Kong gigs. It was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like,
That was a bit more
obviously I was
settled
there
and
and it was like it was very like basically it started after everybody settled down.
Yes, yeah. We started late in Hong Kong anyway, but like,
Exactly.
yeah, people were quite settled.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was not. So by the time I was done, I was like, okay, 85%, they were all kind of warmed up.
Right.
Jason Leung comes out, people go nuts as well because they know
Right.
him.
They know
obviously.
him, yeah.
Yeah.
And he wasn't announced like before
no,
the show. Yeah,
nobody,
exactly.
that's why. They were like,
Yeah.
oh, wow, what a great surprise, you know,
Right,
to have
yeah.
you. So there was that as well. And then Jimmy does the stuff. It was all awesome.
Right.
And Kuala Lumpur being more Cantonese speakers as well, that like hit really
Oh,
hard.
really? So there was a lot of Cantonese speakers.
Yeah, there's quite a lot. Yeah, 80%.
Did Jimmy do the singing slides as well?
Yeah, he does
Oh,
that,
that's
yeah.
fun. Yeah.
So obviously,
very similar material to
yeah.
Hong Kong.
It's like 60-minute show.
Yeah.
Hong Kong was 90 minutes.
Right, yeah,
But
yeah.
of course, he has more Hong Kong centric bits,
Yeah.
and also like he'll sing a couple of more songs in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
He has a few more photos in Hong Kong as well.
Yeah.
But generally, yeah, it's
So
the
it's
same
like
show.
a condensed version of that show
Yeah.
without like the super Hong Kong centric stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
makes
yeah.
sense.
So you had 60 minutes of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that show finished, and then we go backstage, hanging out and everything. And like that's when also we were told, they were like, oh, the backstage is sacred.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you can't just bring people in, obviously.
Of course.
And secondly, it's like, this is for the artists to know that they're very safe and they can just chill and hang.
Right.
And obviously, I'm not
No one is
stupid.
gonna bother.
Yeah. I'm not gonna walk into Jimmy and go, hey, Jimmy, you want it? And I'm like,
Right.
if he's in his room chilling, I'll leave him, right?
Yeah.
Now, Jimmy's friend Darren from Hong Kong, he was there as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, Darren's
Oh,
over here,
cool.
you know?
Yeah, nice.
Because like the night before, actually, I had arrived and Jimmy messaged me as like, hey, you know, come out for drinks if you're free tonight.
Yeah.
So we were at the hotel having drinks. And
Oh,
then Jimmy-
nice.
So Jimmy joined Jason and myself
Right.
for drinks, and then his friend Darren showed up. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you're here as well.
Nice.
So we were just hanging out,
Yeah.
and I see Darren at the backstage. Like, oh, we're talking a bit.
Mhm.
So it was quite cool because Darren, I'd seen him like in Hong Kong and Macau, and
Yeah.
also here as well.
Right.
It's like a regular, and obviously very good friends with Jimmy.
Of course.
This is like when you have the friend before you're famous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
when you know like this is like proper
That's super
friend.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like your old friend. Like,
Yeah.
okay, now I'm in the region. You just come hang out.
Exactly, yeah. You know, and that's when you know that this friend is not here for any special agenda. It's like they've known you
Yeah,
from
he just
way
wants to
before.
see you.
They're your friend, dude.
You're
Like,
in the yeah.
yeah, they knew you from way back. There's nothing for him to show off. He's like,
Right.
dude, I know who you are. Right? So we did that, and then we went to Singapore. Now, here's the cool thing.
Right.
So Singapore, we were supposed to get on a plane with Jimmy,
Yeah.
fly to Singapore.
Nice.
However,
So you
Jimmy-
and Jason.
no, it's gonna be Jimmy, myself, his rep from the US called Kate, and then Seb from Bomb Presents.
Right, yeah.
So it was supposed to be 4 of us.
So is Jason opening in Singapore as well?
Yeah, but But Jason
Yeah.
was staying in his own house in
Right.
Kuala Lumpur,
Sure.
which is closer to the other airport.
Right.
So he said, "I'll just fly myself with there. I don't
Okay.
want to fly this year."
Yeah.
I'm like, "That's whatever, you know. You
Yeah.
do you." So we get to Singapore. However, Jimmy the night before was like, "Oh, you want to change my flight to a later flight? I don't have to go at the 11 a.m. flight. I could do like 2 p.m.
Right.
And just skip sound check." He's like, "Dude, I don't need
I
sound
don't-
check." I'm like,
yeah.
I don't think you need sound check.
Right.
And also the guy doing the video is the same guy. So he's like, "I know your cues. It's fine."
Mm.
So they changed his flight. Now, however, all the other arrangements were all there.
Right.
And by other arrangements, let me tell you what happened. So we get off the plane in Singapore. Now I didn't know any of these arrangements.
Right. You're just following.
I was following.
Yeah.
Right? We get out. We go to the. We get to our. I guess the gate.
Yeah.
And you go there, and that's when you enter the terminal, right? And there's a Seb and Kate's gone to the toilet, and then I come out, and there's a lady with Sebastian with the buggy, you know, those,
Yeah.
those little, and she's like, "Oh, sure, you can put your bag on the buggy." I was like,
Right.
"Oh," I'm sure Seb probably got this, so we don't
Sure.
have to walk everything. That's
Right.
cool, it's fair, right? And then we get on the buggy, we start driving. Now, because it's Changi, normally you would change the train and everything within the airport, but we're on the buggy, so we have to kind of zigzag all over the place,
Right.
right? So it's pretty cool. We're just driving through here
Yeah,
and there.
yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, this is cool. I get a nice little tour of the whole place and
Yeah.
everything." And like halfway through this panda and pound cake place called Bengawan Solo,
Okay.
which is really good.
Right.
Everyone, if you ever leave Singapore and come back to Hong Kong, Bengawan Solo, get their pound cake. It's so good. The
Right.
pandan
It's a
cake.
pandan cake.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic, man.
Yeah.
And you get you don't have to pay tax and everything because you're on the airport.
Right.
All right. So we're driving. I was like telling Kate, "Okay, that's the cake place I told you about." The lady's like, "Oh, do you want to go get?" I'm like, "No, no."
I
I'm
was
sorry,
just
yeah."
saying.
Because at that moment I was like, I don't want to interrupt.
You don't want to interrupt. Yeah, of course.
You're taking us somewhere. I don't want to be like, "Oh, let's
Yeah.
go there" and everything. I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm sorry." Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm sorry. No, I just pointing. That's okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
And then she was like, it's just
Yeah.
like changing.
No, she was like,
Yeah.
"No, if you want, we can
Yeah.
just drive with it and get it." I'm like, "Oh, no, it's okay. Thank you." Like
Yeah.
later on, I'll explain to you why I'm like, "Oh, this all makes sense now."
Right.
So I was like, "Oh, no. Like, your job is to take us over there, whatever."
Sure.
So we get to this little entrance area. And she's like, "Oh, you're at the VIP terminal."
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" And so apparently, now I never knew this.
Right.
Is that airports have a VIP terminal?
Yes, every airport has a
Right?
VIP terminal.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's like where like the presidents and shit land.
You know? And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So we go through there, and she's
VIP
like, oh,
terminal of Changi, it must be something.
it was alright. It was
Yeah.
like it was like any
Just a regular terminal, but
like
like
a
no
lounge.
lines.
Yeah, no lines. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Oh, just give us your luggage tag, so we'll pick your luggage for you." I was like, "Oh, okay." And that's when I was like, "Wait a second,"
This was all arranged for Jimmy.
because Jimmy would
Yeah,
be with us.
exactly. It would
you
have
know?
been, but you guys are just like normal people.
Yeah, but we're four tagging
Yeah,
along with him,
exactly.
so
Yeah.
I guess we get to enjoy it as well,
Sure,
right?
sure.
Which again is no big deal
Yeah,
for
of
the,
course.
the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
So we get there, I'm like, okay. I was like, and then they were like, "Oh, this is your immigration counter," and they have like 2 counters just for the VIPs. I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah.
okay, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then it started to make sense. I'm like, oh, that's why she said if you want to stop, we can just stop by and the place to pick up the stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, because we're VIPs.
Yes.
Oh, okay. No wonder I was like, wait,
Can I
that's-
go back now and get
Yeah,
the cake?
right?
Like
I
you
can
don't
just-
feel
yeah.
bad anymore.
Yeah, you know, I
You're
was
like
like-
she's, and that's her job. Like if you're VIP,
Yeah,
like if you want to do
exactly.
something,
Yeah, let
she
us
will
do it,
help
right?
you. Yeah, yeah.
So we go through immigration. It's all good. Extra smiles for everything, obviously.
Right.
Then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna get your luggage. It should be here soon. But in the meantime, please go get some food." And there's a whole like buffet.
It's a lounge.
It's like
Yeah,
a lounge.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like- and at first I was like, no, I'm sure these guys just want to go.
Right.
Then Seb goes and gets a plate. I'm like, "Oh, guess we're eating."
Yeah,
Okay, let's do
yeah,
that, right?
Yeah.
So we start eating like it's really good food. I'm like,
Right.
God damn, this is actually good food, right?
Mm.
And within 2 minutes, our luggage is there. I'm like, okay, well, this is stupid.
So oh shit! Now everyone like just wants to go to the hotel. Oh, you're going to the venue first as well.
We're going to the drop off the hotel, then the venue, right?
Right.
But
But the luggage is here.
Luggage here.
But now
and-
you guys are eating like lounge food.
Yeah. And I thought maybe they're gonna start pressuring you on special leave, and they're like, "No, take your time. You can stay here for as long as you want."
Wow.
I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can just chill here,
Yeah.
right? And we do that. Then we have the car pick us up, and now was that moment I'm like, I need to write this down, dude.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
I will forget.
Yeah.
Like how cool this is.
Right? And
yeah.
then I was just like, I need to write down whatever this. I need to go online and research what the hell is this, you know?
Yeah.
And I honestly had no idea there was such a service for the layperson.
Mm.
I thought it was like only if you get off a private jet and stuff
Sure,
like that.
sure.
And I was like, wait a second, anyone can book this kind of shit? Right?
If you have money.
Yeah, if you have money, right? So I checked it out. I believe in
Mm.
Hong Kong, this kind of service, they have many different brands.
Right.
It comes to, per person, I think 900 Hong Kong dollars.
For a VIP pickup.
Yeah.
That's it?
Exactly,
What
right?
the hell?
Exactly, right? Yeah, I was just like, that's it?
You should arrange it for yourself coming back.
Exactly. I was
You're like,
this is
I'm
fucking
used to
great.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking great, right?
What?
But then the thing is, remember, like all they really did is that they greet you at the terminal.
Yeah.
They basically take you to the immigration,
Yeah.
get your luggage for you, and that's pretty much that's $900.
Right, right.
And when you think about it, you're like,
But if it's
actually-
including the meal at the VIP lounge.
yeah, but you're not eating $900.
No, I know,
right?
I'm saying.
But I
you
was
know,
like,
if you want to impress somebody.
Yeah, you want to impress someone, exactly,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, yeah, that's true actually, because I mean, what did you really do? I mean, they just drove you there, which they have travelators,
Right.
and immigration usually Shanghai is quite fast.
Yeah, and
And
then
I'm
you
like-
just go. Basically, you're paying them to kind of pick up the luggage
Yeah,
for you,
you know?
and that's about it.
Yeah, I'm like, and then for like $900, I can give a great meal, you know, at
Sure.
like a hotel or something.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
okay, I see the appeal, but at the same time, I'm like, on
Yeah.
my own, I don't see the need of that.
it's great if someone is paying it.
Yeah, of
right.
course,
Like
yeah.
you don't want to pay it.
Yeah,
That's
you're like,
silly.
the $900, that's really insane.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was like, no. But if you're going to a group,
Yeah.
say family and stuff, then you have to, man. You're
Right.
like, oh yeah, we're covered, man.
Wait,
you
but
know?
900 per group?
per person.
Oh yeah, okay, per person, not
Yeah, but still, it's like one of those moments you're like, let's just
No, no, I see
really
what you
live it
mean.
up. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah.
You're doing it alone. There's nothing to enjoy. You got to
No,
share with
it's like-
someone.
okay, of course, I agree. Yeah,
And it has to be like 3 or 4. Two
Yeah.
people is still like, oh, this is-
someone to impress as
yeah,
well. That's
you know,
important.
a little bit of that. You know,
Yeah.
someone to be able to like remember that.
Right.
So that's pretty cool as well. So we get into the hotel. So we were staying at the Ritz Carlton, right?
Right.
And so we get off the van. Again, this is all supposed to be Jimmy's with us.
Right, yeah.
They have like 4 staff ready to welcome
Right,
us.
and then I want to imagine the disappointment on their face when they're like, "You're coming out." They're like,
Yeah,
"Okay,
they're like, okay, who
and
gets
then
the- yeah.
Sam, and then everybody's like, "Where the fuck is Jimmy?" It's
Exactly,
like the
right?
one guy they're waiting
for
for.
all you know, maybe everyone is assigned like, okay, you get whoever gets off first.
Right, yeah.
And you're like, come on, be Jimmy. Be
Yeah,
Jimmy.
yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
And they're like, no, I think I'm sure Jimmy will be the last guy. Oh, no, maybe in the middle, just
Yeah.
for protection and stuff like that. So like,
Yeah.
oh, come on. No, Jimmy.
No,
right?
Jimmy.
So they're still very nice and
Yeah,
everything.
of
And
course.
the check-in
Yeah.
happens in the room.
Oh yeah, of course. I've seen
You've
that
had that-
before. Not for myself.
Yeah.
But like I've been to a room with somebody, like
Yeah.
someone checking in. One of the artists actually. I can't say
Yeah.
who.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like it was the same. Like they landed,
Room
we took
checking,
them to
yeah.
the room and whatever. And I, as the handler, went like, "Oh, we're gonna check him in." He's like, "No. Take him to the room."
Yeah.
And he
yeah.
just went to the room.
Yeah.
And then they came and they're like, oh, can we have your passport so we can copy it and whatever. It's
Yeah.
like all
Reverse,
upside
right?
down.
Yeah, like I'm in the room first, you know?
Exactly.
So I'm over there,
So, yeah.
and we have individual rooms anyway.
Yeah.
So we go in there, and I was like, she's like, okay, we're gonna do the check-in process here. I was like, this is so wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm like, is there something? This doesn't feel right, dude.
Right, yeah.
Something's fishy about this whole thing, right?
yeah.
So it's all good. They sign everything up. Okay, all good, right? So I sit there and I'm doing my stuff, and we're in a nice room. Like
Right.
whatever Jimmy requested, this was a nice room. Like,
Right.
It's not a suite. It's a semi-suite where we
But
had
it's a Ritz-Carlton in Singapore. It's
yeah,
it's nice.
It's classy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, so we had that. So I sat at my desk doing my stuff and everything, and soon enough, ding ding, I'm like, oh, okay, shit. I'm sure they left something out.
Yeah.
Housekeeping. I was like, housekeeping. I just got
just
in.
arrived. Yeah.
Like, what did you think I was? Like a
Yeah.
fucking pig? You know what I mean? Right? I just walked
Yeah.
in, you're like, oh, you must have messed it up.
VIP, yeah.
These artists.
These
you know?
animals, exactly.
Yeah, they
Every
must have
30
fucked
minutes.
them,
they
yeah,
need-
jumping on the fucking, like, I'm Rick James, bitch. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So they're like, oh, I open the door, like, oh, they have cake.
Oh.
Like
Is the pandan cake?
No. Oh, that'd be
That would be
badass,
like
man.
such
That'd
a
I'd be
nice
like,
gesture.
wow.
They're like,
Oh,
we
yeah,
remember.
Yeah, the lady from the airport said,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. No, it was just some coconut cream cake.
Right.
And I was like, oh,
It's like a welcome thing,
Yeah, like a welcome
whatever,
thing,
yeah.
right? And then I'm like, oh, thank you very much. She's like, oh, if you want, you can have another one. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll just have one for now.
Yeah.
Right? Like the rare occasion I say no to extra
Right,
cake,
yeah.
And I'm in my room doing my stuff and everything. Then I think that night we had the show. Yeah, we had the show that night.
Right.
So we went straight
So
to the
Jimmy
venue.
obviously arrived like by himself.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
It doesn't hit
Him and his
thing.
like exactly which is fine. He was with Andy,
Right.
So like Andy took care of all that stuff,
Right.
right? So basically, yeah. Then we go prepare for the show. Everything's
Sure.
all good,
Yeah.
easy peasy. We get the show done. Then that night we went to La Pasada, which is like the hawker food area.
All right.
Just hanging
yeah,
out.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Which again is like wild because like at this moment I'm like, dude, I've been hanging out with Jimmy
Yeah.
in Kuala Lumpur a little bit at the bar at night, having drinks and stuff. And here we're like having a street side hawker food,
Right.
like
yeah.
no big
And
deal.
are you guys like now becoming like more like familiar, like
Oh, yeah,
more
very
like
chill.
very chill, like
Yeah, very
just
chill.
talking whatever?
Yeah, it's very chill. You know, like
Yeah.
he's just sitting opposite me, and he had to eat some food. And he's like, "Hey, help me film this," and I'm helping him film it.
Right, yeah,
And
yeah.
he's talking about his Hong Kong time and stuff like that.
Right.
And it was really cool just to see. Like, that was the one moment when I was like, "Oh, this is the fully human side of him."
Right. Yeah.
There's no
It's
feeling
not
of
so
like
for
PR.
promotion of
There's no
anything.
promotion.
He's
There's
just
no
like,
I'm in like a meet and greet mode.
Yeah.
This is just the guy just hanging.
yeah.
And I was like, that's
I mean,
what
he's quite young too. He's
he's I think 5 years younger than me. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. So it's like
still
what,
young. 30, 37,
37 or
38,
something.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So it was just cool because at the
So
moment,
he's not
alright.
like an old grumpy guy
No, no,
who's
no,
like
where life
oh
is- yeah,
jaded,
yeah, exactly.
or
Not
has
yet.
seen everything. Like I've seen
Yeah.
these guys, and they can be super nice, but like almost like when they want to have a meal like this, they just
Yeah.
don't want to talk to anyone. Even
Yeah,
if
yeah.
they're
I saw eat
nice,
and go, yeah.
they just want to like just
Oh,
wanna
yeah.
have the quiet.
For
but
sure.
it seems like he's still like in that.
Yeah, still jovial to
Yeah,
talk. and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Yes, and it was cool because like he was just genuinely curious about things, asking about this, try that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And talking about his Hong Kong time and all that. And I was like, oh, this is very cool. How
What was something for our Hong Kong listeners? What was
Well-
some of the like inside scoop impressions
Hey,
of
so-
Jimmy O Yang
So
time
apparently-
in Hong Kong?
So with the Hong Kong thing, what happened was initially his American, the CCA guys and everything, he was like, I want to do Hong Kong.
yeah.
And all of them were like being conservative, like, oh, you know what, let's take it slow, do a 500 seater, maybe
Right.
1,000 seater, don't push it
Really?
too hard. Yeah.
Wow.
And Jimmy was kept saying, is like, I really believe I can.
Right.
And they were like, no, you
Let's
know,
just start like
let's
yeah,
start,
see
feel
how
it out,
how
feel
the
it out.
demand
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
go nuts, you know?
Yeah.
And Jimmy was like adamant. He's like, no, I think I can, man.
Right.
Which is why he had reached out to Alex Fung, who did
Yeah.
ended doing the show.
Yeah.
And he sold it like nuts.
Is it right? So he was right.
He was
yeah.
right. He was right.
Yeah.
You know, so it was one
That's
of the things,
really cool that his agents was like, hey man, like
I
let's
think,
take it easy.
calm
yeah.
down, man.
Yeah.
You know, but he was like, no, I really think
These
I
are my
really believe
people.
this,
Like
yeah.
I believe I can.
believe it,
yeah.
and it went nuts. You know,
Yeah.
so that was a really good choice as well.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so those, I mean, that was cool to see. Where like, oh, I thought it was just it just
It
worked
just
out.
put
you know?
together the show. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, no. Initially, it was gonna be there, but I was like, no, I'm gonna do that, and I took the risk and talked to this
Yeah.
guy, and he was able to give me this idea.
Well, did you ever talk about the choice of the venue? Because that's something people ask me
that
a
was
lot.
clear. Yeah. Coliseum was like that was understood. So I think what happened is because like his uncle William knows Alex, and he said if you want the Coliseum, you have to talk to Alex.
Right. Yeah.
Alex was the guy that put it together.
Because he
right?
does a lot of like music stuff
Exactly,
there
yeah,
and whatever.
concerts and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was, so Jimmy was like he met up with Alex and everything. He liked the guy, and he's like, okay, let's do something, and that was
Okay.
how it all began.
Right. Right. Yeah. Makes
so
sense.
it all started from that.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool to see that. I was like, oh shit! But I thought by here, it just connect them. I want to do the show. Like, no problem, sir.
Yeah.
You know, like how sometimes promoters fight to be the promoter
course,
for
yeah.
a show.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought probably people were just pulling at you like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
let me do it. No, let me do it. I was like,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't like that. It was like me just talking about, okay, I like what you're doing. Let's go with you.
Let's just let's go with
was
you.
like,
You
huh.
figure out the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously now people are coming to Jimmy like, oh, come on, I'm so and so, I can help you promote
course,
that.
yeah.
But because Bomb Presents is taking care of it, so it has to be like a Bomb Presents, and then they
Of course.
work with someone.
Yeah.
Which is why like in Kuala Lumpur we work with like LOL and all, LOL Asia and
Yeah.
stuff that. But then in Singapore it was just like straight up.
Right.
So yeah, that was that. I mean, in Singapore and all that, and it was cool.
What was
'cause-
that Singapore like? Was there? Did you feel a difference in the like audience reaction with Singapore and
so
Malaysia?
Singapore, first of all, less Cantonese.
Yeah.
Because like normally every night I'll try with Cantonese to get
Yeah.
some response.
Yeah.
And then tell Jimmy, I think like half the crowd, you know. Definitely they take a little bit longer to get warmed up.
Yeah.
Because like they're still sitting a bit more straight. It also wasn't a weekend, it was like a weekday, Monday, Tuesday, like that. So even more so they're like, okay, I'm here, you know, I just finished my work,
Yeah.
you know, I'm here to watch a show.
Sure.
And also I think they are very much in an object oriented mindset where they're like, I'm here for Jimmy,
Right.
not you.
Right.
So why are we being distracted?
So
now,
you
know?
again, because you're not a familiar name at all.
Yeah.
In Singapore, so and you're going up first. It felt like you were taking a bit longer to warm them up.
It does, but it's okay because like I mean they're here for a comedy.
Of course,
show,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So they're already halfway in the mood. It's just
Yeah.
a matter of getting them ready to let's rock.
Yeah.
And then Jason Leung comes out. Of course, they all know him, so boom, that works
Yeah.
really well. And so both nights were good. It's a really, really good show. And then even like second night, because Jimmy did, I think he probably properly heard my set on the second night.
Yeah.
He was like, hey man, why don't you change this word over here? I'm like, oh, it's pretty
All right,
cool. Yeah.
he's giving you tags.
Yeah. I was like,
That's
that's
actually in the comedy world. That's when you know like someone actually gives a shit.
Yeah.
Especially when it's a headliner.
Yeah, they don't
Because
need
no
to
matter how
care.
good they are, like the headliners usually they're still in their own head before the show.
Sure, yeah.
And they're not really
And they don't-
listening to the opener.
Yeah, they don't normally listen to the opener.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
They're like, whatever,
so the
you do
fact
you,
that
you
you
know?
paid attention and remember, because obviously give you the tags after the show, right?
Yeah, to remember stuff
To remember stuff to give you. That's really cool.
That's
That's,
pretty
like
cool.
that's a high level.
Yeah.
Like
But
compliment.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, by then we had been hanging out enough that we were like in Singapore. We went on the Singapore Flyer with him and Kate and myself, and we were bored out of our minds.
Singapore
It's
what?
the the wheel.
Oh yeah.
It's
Like the
it's called
Singapore Eye or whatever.
Yeah. It's called the Singapore Flyer.
Flyer. Okay. So it's just the three of you. You guys are just bored. So you're like,
Dude,
you
it
don't know
was
what
so
to do.
boring.
Yeah.
Like it's 30 minutes of
Yeah.
the same view.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, this summarizes Singapore. You get it. Dude. That's it.
Right.
Dude, we get on. Before we get on.
Right. Did you get any like people like hassling him on the street, like asking for photos and stuff
Oddly
like
enough,
this?
not as much as you would expect. Because
Right.
I remember like I met him at the hotel lobby.
I mean, in Hong Kong, he would get fucking
Yeah,
mobbed.
it is he can't go anywhere yet. There, we just left the hotel and walked over to the mall next door.
Right.
Nobody interrupted.
Really? Did you catch some eyes, like people recognizing him?
So who recognized him? The cashiers and stuff.
Right.
The office people didn't
when you're
recognize him.
staying. Oh yeah, I guess like when you're in the same place.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a place, they're taking a minute. They're like, oh, it's this guy.
They kind of so the cashiers probably was his clientele. They're the ones that on social media.
Right,
more,
right, yeah.
Versus the people, the white collar people who are like,
Yeah,
who
so
the
we're
fuck,
just
you know?
passing by.
Yeah, they're
like,
like, whatever. I'm making
yeah.
millions right now. I don't care.
Right, yeah.
So that was pretty interesting. I was like, wow, okay. I was like, we're gonna get mobbed here, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, we're not. Wow.
Right. So just you, him, and Kate just walking through the mall and
So
stuff.
initially it was just me and him.
Right.
Then he's like, oh, let me message Kate where she is. And
Right.
he was like, oh, she's at the Singapore Flyer. I'm like, let's go. You know, let's check it. I've never done it, but
Right.
sure,
Whatever.
whatever. You know, let's check it
Yeah.
out. He's like, okay, fine. We go there, and so we have to buy a ticket. And Jimmy's like, no, let me guys. You know, you're
I was just about to ask you this.
I was like, let me. I was
Yeah.
like, you know, you paid for the drinks the other night. Let me
Right.
get the tickets. He's like,
Yeah.
no, you're my opener. You know,
Yeah.
I'll take care of it all. I was
Right.
like, oh, yeah, I appreciate it, right? So he.
But you also wait before you continue. You're also like how long time because you're just you and him walking to the mall.
Dude, we were like hanging for like half an hour right
What?
over there. Yeah.
What are you
Like
talking
no,
about?
I'm just talking about
That's-
bullshit, whatever. Just like as if it's like it was one of the most casual conversations. We weren't talking about comedy. It was just like,
Yeah.
like you know,
Just
he was
bullshit.
talking about how he was talking about the Hong Kong shows he filmed it.
Yeah.
And you know the footage that he's editing. I was like, oh, just like shooting the shit kind of.
Yeah,
thing, right?
just
like
whatever.
no big deal.
Yeah.
But
that is still crazy.
It's still crazy, right?
He's just
And I'm
walking
like, dude,
around
I'm
with
just
him.
like talking nothing, whatever.
Nonsense, yeah.
Like just two simple peeing.
Right.
All right. So we go to the Singapore flight, get the ticket, and we go to the turnstiles.
Right.
Now, sorry, the lady at the turnstiles, she sees Jimmy. His hand has a small bottle of water.
Right.
So, sorry, you can't take the bottle of water in.
You're right.
He's like, okay, I'm done with it. Could you help me through it? She's like, yeah, no problem. And then she takes it from him and she said, oh, and also Jimmy Oyanga, really haven't seen it. And I was like, that's such a Singapore thing.
It is.
Let me tell you the rules
Follow
first.
the rules. I'm
And
a big
then-
fan.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, the priorities,
That's
man.
really funny.
Right?
Yeah.
And then so we both go
Like her
in.
she changed like after
Yeah.
like the strict like no
Yeah,
bottle.
you can.
I'm a big
By
fan.
the way, yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm like, all right, and we walk in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all good.
Wait, why can't you take bottles on the fucking
I
Ferris
guess
wheel?
you can't just take drinks or whatever. I don't know. Whatever.
What?
Yeah,
Fucking
whatever. Dude,
Singapore.
yeah. So we go into this room, and you have to go through this like virtual this augmented reality exhibition
Sure.
before you get into the flyer.
They're like, here's what you're going to see.
I was like,
yeah.
so single. You have to learn about the history before you allow you to get on. I'm like, oh god, here we go, right?
It's like the whole country is like 30-year-old. They're like, here's what.
Yeah, and it really tells you why is it called Singapore?
Right.
Like, oh god, here we go. You know? So the first room, you go in, there's like a red character that tells you some of the rules and stuff, right?
Sure.
And we were sitting there, we're like, okay, I guess we have to listen to the rules, mandatory or whatever, right? 20 seconds into it, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. We can't be sitting here the whole time.
Right.
And there was like a door, but we couldn't get it to open. And we're like, what the fuck? This doesn't make sense. And finally, I see a little black button that's really hidden. I tap it. Oh, the door's open. He's like, man, fucking thank God you found that, man. We've been losing our shit here. I was
Just
like,
stuck
man.
in this room.
I know. I was like, what the hell is this thing, right? So we go into the other room. We're looking through it. It's pretty fun. They have like on the floor these little leaves that you can jump on and the leaves will disappear. You know, one of those reactive interactive games, right? We do all that stuff, and then finally we go see Kate, and then we go to the flyer. And before we get on, and there was not many people. I was like, wow, what a great day. You know, we had not big of a crowd. Before we get on the flyer, and we were like, can we have our own compartment? They're like, yeah, of course, sure. There's not that many people anyway. And we're like, oh, how long is this thing? They're like 30 minutes. And all of us are like, what the fuck?
We don't want to do 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Can we so just one round.
It's
like,
30 minutes.
It's so slow then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
we were
God.
like, what the fuck?
No, we don't want to do
And we were like, well, I guess it's too late now.
Right, yeah.
And we're like, okay, I thought it'd be 10 minutes. We'd be done, right?
I
30,
think
I'm
the
like,
Hong Kong one, I took my family.
10?
I think it's like you can do 2 rounds. Like every
ticket,
every
right?
ticket includes like 2 rounds, and I think each round is about 7 to 10 minutes.
That makes sense.
Maximum, I think maximum 15 or something.
Yeah, if you want to get out, get out.
And
you
it's
know?
a much better view.
Yeah, it's something different, you know?
Yeah.
So we're like, well, okay, I guess we're going to do this, right? We go in, and then I'm like, all right, I'm going to get my little camera, film it, it'll be fun. And then it just the begin. We're still at the bottom,
Right.
where you bored. That was like a good 3 minutes. We're like, okay, well, I'm bored now. We hadn't even seen the view yet. We're like, this is fun. So
no food, no water.
Nothing. It's just,
you can't even have a snacks to like kill time.
I have no idea, right?
Yeah.
Nothing, right? So I was like, okay. I put my camera into time-lapse mode. I'm like, oh, I need to film this in time-lapse.
Right.
Man. This is going to be hilarious watching us bored out of our minds, right?
To time lapse of you guys. It's looking at you, not the view.
It's looking at us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who cares about the view, right?
Right.
So here we are. We're looking at the view and everything. And then you finally decide to see the view. I'm like, oh, okay. Because it's like 360 glass, right?
Yeah.
So I see the view. I'm like, okay.
Nice.
And it's the same fucking view.
Right.
Because
Of Singapore. Yeah.
Because
So the
that's
Marina
all
Bay
it is.
Sands, fucking
Yeah.
Can you see the Formula 1 circuit from up there?
You're just above it, you know.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I guess we saw it, we get it, you know. And it was.
You can't be like, hello, can you get us down?
Yeah. We want to get
faster?
out halfway. Can we skip it? You know, no, you're just there. And every now and then they'll say some shit. You're like, we don't care, man. Doesn't
Right.
it? So,
Wait, who is saying?
there's
like-
a screen that plays something.
right, like we're on-
we're gonna. I'm like, oh.
Right, yeah.
And then so the funny thing is that. We start getting bored, and I'm just like, I get my camera. I'm like, let me at least take some photos. I'm like, I've taken all the photos I need to take.
Yeah,
There's
it's
nothing
the same view.
It's the same shit.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, I don't know what else to take, man.
Right.
And then the funny thing is that halfway through, Jimmy starts like filming himself on the thing. I was like, oh my god, I don't know if I'll make it to the show tonight.
Did he actually? Like, did he go like
It wasn't live.
Instagram live?
It wasn't live. Yeah, but it was like I think it was probably filming together in case
Sure.
we put a clip together.
Right.
And it was just weird because like, we were just running out
So
of
everyone's
stuff.
just bored, and Kate is doing whatever.
To the point. Literally, this was.
I'm
what it
looking
was.
at. I'm looking at the photo. The 3 of them. So this is the compartment.
This is
It's
a
really
compartment.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the two. I'm looking at a photo of Kate and Jimmy, like
Just slouched.
He
Just like,
just slouched, just like bored out. Jimmy 2 hands behind his back, like
he's
a Chinese
okay.
uncle.
He's like, I guess
and
this
he's like,
is it,
okay.
you know. And then I was like, hey, stare at each other like you're bored.
You guys should have had like cards or something.
Nothing. There was
Yeah.
nothing to dig. And then like it was so like if you look at Jimmy's expression here, so Jimmy over here you can see
Right.
expression is kind of like okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm
guess,
stuck.
Yeah, this is not gonna work. You know, it's one of those expressions where it's
Right.
like, okay, I guess this is it. We're
Yep.
gonna just sit here for 30 minutes now, you know. And it was weird because like here we are just doing this kind of shit, and I'm like, I in my head.
But also like I guess there is like expectations versus reality, right? Because like if you're like a fan of somebody or like
Yeah.
someone who's that big and you're a comic, like,
yeah, you're like, oh my god, okay.
if I'm stuck with him, I'm gonna ask him all of these
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
We're gonna talk about.
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
god, do you know Jerry Seinfeld? Did you
Oh
meet
my
him?
god,
Blah, blah, blah.
no.
Yeah.
Dude, if at that point I did that, he would have fucking hated me.
He would have
man.
killed you. Yeah,
He'd be
exactly.
like, shut the fuck up, man. I don't want to talk about this stuff
Exactly,
now.
but
and
like-
also by that time we'd hung out enough where like we'd gone past the whole. So tell me, when on the LA, did
Right.
that, you know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, and we literally like it was weird because we were just like, yeah, this is fucking boring.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Is like you think you would have
do that, but yeah, you don't.
but
You're
in
just
the
like-
moment, of course, if you're a sane person, you're not gonna do that.
You would
You're
drive
like-
them nuts,
Exactly.
man. Yeah. We finished it, and I was like, man, oh my god,
Right.
this is good.
Yeah.
So then we met Jason Young. He had Brazil. He did some BJJ classes
Right.
that morning, so he didn't join us.
Right.
And there was a Gelatissimo gelato place, which I told Kate, I'm like, Kate, I'm getting my gelato.
Right.
And so we go get some gelato. We're walking, and I'm just like, this is so fucking
Did he
weird.
ever let you pay for anything?
I paid for my gelato.
Oh, okay.
But he was probably distracted anyway.
Right,
But
yeah.
I'm sure, like, if he saw, he's like, no, I got this, you know. But I was like, dude, it's okay. You know, I
Right.
appreciate everything so far. But yeah, it was just, so the four of us are walking, like, no big deal.
Right.
Nobody stopped us, nothing. I was like, this is so weird. Like,
Yeah,
I
it is
wouldn't have
weird.
expected
Yeah.
that people, oh my God, yeah. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess maybe not.
Zero people asked for photos or
No,
anything?
yeah.
Oh my
very- like,
god.
maybe one or two at most.
That is really
And
weird.
so I asked someone, they were like, yeah, in Singapore, people would not bother you.
Ah.
They'll know, but they
yeah.
won't come out, hey, they'll be like, oh, Jimmy, that's
Yeah.
it. And I'm like, you're right, because they're so shy.
You're right.
Unless in Kuala Lumpur, they will come and bother you.
yeah.
And they would like take a selfie without asking you, like take a
right,
selfie.
right.
Like,
Just like standing
yeah,
next
put
to
their
you.
arm
like-
around and take a selfie.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing that now, you
Right.
know? So you can see the contrast over there.
Right.
But then we went back to the hotel and everything, and then we just like, I think then we went for lunch. We were
Right.
having just like lunch, like no big deal.
Yeah.
And it was, again, it was cool because I very much appreciate when you get to a point with someone where you can just hang.
Yeah, you don't even talk much. Like everyone's like playing with their phone.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like,
no big deal. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we're like, yeah, okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow, whatever, you know. And we
Yeah.
hit back and it's like, yeah, okay, whatever, right? And so it's a bunch of those things, and then the show happens.
Yeah.
Then that night we got to hang out with some of the actresses from Crazy Rich Asians.
Ooh.
Yeah, some of the aunties. So we're hanging out over there
Right.
as well.
So the people who worked on the show on the movie when it
Yeah.
was shot.
in Singapore.
Yeah.
So he knew
So
that.
they
I
came
told
to
him,
the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
that's pretty cool. I was like, wow, I get to meet them
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And
Did you know any of them from the show? Like did you
I must have,
recognize-
if I saw the movie again, I'll recognize it.
Right.
But at the moment, I don't recognize any of you guys.
Right,
It's been
right.
so long anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but the cool thing is that after the show finished, the Singapore show finished, like we were hanging in Jimmy's room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, okay, I've been upgraded
So
to
the
that
actors,
level.
yeah,
We're
exactly.
just there. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I'm here.
Nice.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, that was the moment I could tell that Jimmy was happy to have Jason and myself as openers.
Right.
Because like even when we were having like the hawker food, at one moment Jimmy himself was telling someone else who's with us. He's like, I'm really lucky to have that I could get both these guys to open for
Right.
me. I was like, wow, okay.
Wow, that's
You need
crazy.
to say that, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, at the moment, okay. So I think right now we've gone to the area of like we're in the circle
Right.
where he trusts that you won't be stupid.
Right. Yeah. You're not gonna do anything silly.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not gonna say anything dumb or whatever.
Yeah, or even like let's say take photos and look at what we're doing now. you know?
Right.
So like even that night we were hanging out with the aunties and everything, I wasn't gonna be like, oh guys hanging out, what are you doing? I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Because another guy wanted to take a photo and like probably Jimmy was in the background. Jimmy's like, put the phone away, come on, man,
Right,
have a
right.
good time. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I understand because like the point is that let him just be able to be here and not be like, oh, I'm gonna be photos.
Of
People ask me,
course.
where were you and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
And I'm like, yeah. And then for him to be comfortable enough that he's like, these guys are smart enough.
They're smart. Yeah.
So we go there and we start meeting all the Just for Laughs age Singapore comedians. Brian Seng from Taiwan.
Yeah.
Jamie Wang from Taiwan as well.
Yeah.
There was Jason Leung originally as well.
Right.
There was Douglas Lim from Malaysia who came down as well. We had Jiaoying Summers as well, who's over there.
Right.
So we had that, and then who else was there? And Nora Yang was also going to join
Yeah.
us as well. So I was like, wow, this is
That's
insane.
I mean, yeah. Obviously, I'm familiar with everyone, but there's a couple of people. Brian doesn't do English. Hasn't done English for a long time.
So when I met him,
Yeah.
he was like, I haven't done English in like 7 years.
Yeah.
But
I
he-
have seen him do English. Like one of his last English shows,
Yeah.
it was in Shanghai when we were still there.
Yeah.
And I'm following his work, and obviously he's blew up in Taiwan
Yeah,
completely,
yeah.
but it's all in Mandarin.
Yeah.
So
it's bizarre,
Did he
right?
do an English
Yeah, he
set?
did English, yeah. So
Damn.
that show was all English, man.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to meet these guys and hear their stories, and we were just hanging out.
Yeah.
Then the next day, I mean, Jimmy already left the next day, so we were
Right.
hanging out. And
So
we did
Jimmy
the
is
show.
not on the Just for
No,
Laughs set.
no.
Yeah.
He went down to Brisbane because he had the
Right.
show just last night or yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So we were just hanging out during the day, and then we did the show, which
Yeah.
was really pretty cool. I mean, I was hosting the show.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that night, man, because it's like a lineup show, you could tell, first of all, this audience were not coming here to see all the comedians. They were probably here for one comedian.
Right. So some people want to see Zhao Ying, for example.
Yeah.
Some people want to
Just wanna see
see
Brian and stuff like
Brian.
that.
Yeah.
And so I remember that night.
Yeah. How did it feel for you as a
at the
host
beginning,
then?
I had to work hard, man.
Yeah.
To get them, it was also Singaporean. They don't laugh in general,
Right.
to start off with. They're
Yeah.
not warmed up. It was a weeknight. It was early, 7:00, And then I had
Was
to
it
really,
sold out? Like, was it
It was
busy?
pretty much, it was
yeah.
like 80%, I would say.
Right.
So we were at Esplanade Theater, right?
Yeah.
So we were over there doing the show, and I remember in the beginning I was like, wow, I got to kind of work it.
Yeah.
But eventually it started picking up, and everyone did good,
Mm.
and it was good because like the main thing for me, I was like, as long as they have a good set, you know, that's
Yeah,
all that
you're the
matters. I'm
host.
The host,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
So
No,
I get
it's,
it, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, so that was the whole thing. Then the show finished, and then
And
we all.
who's like, what's the lineup like?
So okay, so it's basically it was me,
Mm.
Douglas Lim,
Mm.
which is a very smart choice because he was very
Yeah,
strong and they
yeah,
connect
yeah.
really well. We had a Jamie Wang,
Mm.
Brian Tseng.
Jamie is also like, that's a big jump for her as well,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like she's done
She's
like
up and
2,
coming,
3.
yeah.
It's like she's the youngest, I would say, on the lineup in
Yeah.
terms of experience. How did she do?
She was good, yeah. She
Yeah.
did, like, and the styles were so different because Douglas
Yeah.
is very, energetic and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and Jamie's
She's more
very like
deadpan-ish,
yeah, deadpan.
stands in one place.
Yeah.
Then it was Brian after that. He
Yeah.
got like a big shirt because there was clearly some fans in the
Right,
audience.
right.
Then I did a little bit over there of a set. Then Jason Leung came out.
Yeah.
And then after Jason Leung was Jiang Summers,
Mm.
then we had Jason Cheney.
Wow.
closed it up at the
right,
end,
right,
yeah.
right. Super cool.
So it was like a good like mixture.
Yeah, it's a very good mix. Yeah, like and Nora didn't do it.
No, she didn't.
Yeah.
She because like she was just focusing on her Shanghainese show.
Right. Yeah.
So that's all that's all she wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then the show finished and everything. We went back to the bar. I went back to the hotel, hanging out. And this was again one of those moments you're like, wow, talking like war stories, right?
Right. Right.
And dude,
Yeah,
all I-
because these people all
They've
for,
gone
like,
through hell,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
they've
Yeah.
gone through hell. Yeah.
And it was just fun talking these stories because like everyone here,
yeah.
well, except for Jamie, who's still young.
Right.
She's like 3 years into
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Everyone had so many good war stories of like how that guy ripped you off.
Yeah,
this guy
yeah,
tried to
yeah.
cheat you.
So
Dude,
good.
it was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good, man. And like,
Yeah, it's like the proper talking shit.
Yeah,
like,
you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Remember
Don't
that-
work with this person.
Yeah,
like this
that
person
happened to me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's like these moments when you're like, man, these are the purest, man. These
Yeah.
are the people you want to be talking to. You know, when you get to a certain level, you're like, all right, let's hear your story as well.
Yeah.
And that was the moment I remember when I was like, man, I was really thoroughly enjoying hanging out with them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really hang out with people much. But,
Yes,
like,
yes.
This group
Just to hear. Yeah,
just
yeah.
to hear,
Yeah.
and also realize that they were all on the same level of hustle, or not same level, same thinking,
Right.
mentality.
Right.
Clearly, like I don't hustle as hard as Jiang. Jiang is nuts, you know?
Right,
Like she'll
yeah.
post every single day.
Yeah.
But again, that's all she focuses on as well,
Mm.
right? Versus, let's say Brian, who's writing a lot of new stuff all the time, because
Right.
that's always what he focuses on more. But
Yeah.
like the hustle mentality for everyone,
Mm.
I was like, dude, this
Yeah,
is
with your people.
yeah,
basically.
this is the vibe, man.
Yeah.
This is the hustle vibe I want to be around,
Yeah.
you know? And like everyone was a hustler in their own way.
Yeah.
And everyone from their region was like the biggest.
Right.
And I'm like, that is so cool.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
super
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So that whole experience was like, wow.
Yeah.
And then I come back to Hong Kong and here I'm talking to you. Oh well.
Well,
you
you're
know. Yeah. You gotta stay humble.
Yeah,
people.
exactly. You gotta come back to your roots.
Exactly,
If you're
you
gonna
know.
stay out with the stars,
Yeah,
for
exactly.
the whole time, you're gonna get in
Exactly.
your head.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
I
still
got it,
gonna-
man. Yeah, of
yeah,
course. You know.
exactly.
I have to.
So you gotta come back and talk to me. So you can be
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. Sometimes I talk to
Yeah.
Zhao Ying and her
Yeah,
people, and sometimes you talk to me.
Exactly. Sometimes it's good for you. Sometimes it's, I guess, good for them. You know, whatever it takes. Right? no. But like, yeah, that was a cool thing. And I again, this is one of those things I always tell people whatever they do when I go to schools,
Right.
I do the same thing. I'm like, look, you will find your own way in your field
Mm.
when you're good at what you do. Things like this will happen.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot more than just being skillful.
Mm.
But like when you're good at something, slowly people notice you.
Yeah.
They're trying to connect with you. They want to work with you and everything. And then things will just fall into place. Like this
Yeah.
was the Just for Laughs Singapore inaugural show.
Mm.
So Just for Laughs now has seen Asian comedy.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will open up a door
Of
for
course,
let's say next year.
for people to go to
Yeah.
Just for Laughs Montreal, and for obviously for this to get bigger
Correct,
and
yeah.
everything.
Exactly. And maybe even for us to even do shows over there, get invited to do shows
Yeah,
over there.
yeah.
So hopefully open that door like Melbourne did for us in the comedy festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you never know, man. And hopefully next year, maybe they might want to expand to more places. And again, this is one of the things I want to like tell anybody in Hong Kong that if you're a comedian, I'm like, dude, there's a lot of opportunity,
There
but
is
you just gotta be
opportunity.
good.
Yeah, you just gotta
Yeah.
be good, and you gotta put yourself out there as well. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people here, and it makes sense because a lot of them have full-time jobs
Sure,
as well.
yeah, I get it.
So it's like it's really hard to like also push yourself in that direction.
Yeah.
But if you have the chance, yeah, you're right. Like, and you are a good example of that. Like, no one,
Yeah.
like it's not. You don't have any like shortcuts.
Yeah,
Like you
there
didn't
is
you
no.
didn't get this because you're like friends with somebody or whatever. Like you got this because you deserve the spot.
Yeah. So you
And also, Jamie, like you could have even, let's say hypothetically, it's obviously not true, but you could have gotten the first spot because you're just like the big name here in Hong Kong. But if you didn't do a good job, he wouldn't have you in any. You wouldn't get Macau, exactly.
Yeah, I definitely would
also,
not
he
fly
would cut
me
you
down.
from the rest of the shows, like, you know?
Like, there's no need for him to fly me down, put me up just to have me open. Like, he could get a local act. It'll be perfectly fine, you know? But he's like, no, I want this guy.
Exactly.
Let's get this done, you know? And whatever the cost is, okay, fine, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Which, again, fair. I mean, like I said, in the grand scheme of things, like, me flying down, putting me up is like, it's
not
a dot, you know?
Yeah, it's not
but
much
still,
at
he didn't
all.
need to even use that dot.
Yes.
So, yeah, all that stuff is good. And so now coming back over here, and the interesting thing is that things will slowly pick up again for me. I mean, I'm getting old. You know, so
we save this for the Patreon because I have some questions about the talking shit without. We'll try to stay generous, so we're not getting people in trouble. But I'm curious about that because I've seen like the rooms like this, but at this level it would be interesting to see who's talking what. So we'll save that for the Patreon, and also like you. Like, because I think watching your career where it is now, it's really interesting to see like some things taking off.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're getting older and like you need to slow down,
dude, man,
and take care of yourself.
I'm telling you, man. Like, I all I can say is that it's one of those things that when you realize that every day you need to lie down at one point during the day, you're like, man, dude.
Yeah. You can't like do the whole day in one go anymore.
Oh no. Like you just burn, dude.
Yeah. All right. Join us on the Patreon, patreon.com/ohopod, where we'll get some of the inside scoop from the green room of the stars, but also remember this Saturday, December 6th, we're doing a fundraiser for the Typo fire relief. And we're giving 100% of the tickets to Impact HK. If you actually, there is an old episode of Jeff on this podcast. If you just search on the podcast Impact or Jeff Rothmeyer, you'll find it. So great guy, great charity. You have obviously done a lot of work with them.
Their galas every year.
Yeah. So please join us there. If there is one show to come to this year, it's this one. Please come support. And hopefully we'll see you there. We'll see both of us. If you're a fan of the podcast, obviously please come say hi to both of us. And we'll see you on the Patreon. See you at the live show. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.